All right, guys, appreciate your time. Thank you for having me. You've got copies of this presentation in front of you if you guys want to keep notes or have any questions. I'm also going to be keeping notes as well, so that way later on, if there's anything we need to address, we'll come back to it. But let's talk about Mesa Verde Apartments, one of your guys' properties, and the smart office solution that we're talking about today. So let me explain to you what I'd like to do today. I'd like to talk about your concerns. I'd like to address some facts about the city and the property, talk about product specs and benefits, could do a little bit of the product overview, and then finally give you guys an opportunity to test drive the product. Does that sound all right with you? You guys okay with that?
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, let's talk about some facts. So, City of Albuquerque, last year, APD reported that we're called out to 9,646 auto thefts in the year of 2018. It's a lot, right? USA Today, Albuquerque is number 18 on the top 25 cities where crime is rising. Also in that, which I forgot to enter, we have a 5-year violent crime rate of 36.1% positive, which means it's just getting worse. I reached out to one of your sister properties, Leanna Smith, over at Desert Creek Apartments, and we kind of went over some numbers just so I kind of had an idea of what you guys probably spend on average. Average gate repair or service call costs you about $125 per call, and she says she's calling about 3 times a month. Gate replacement for their last incident that happened before they got their cameras installed, $1,200 to replace their gate. The cost of an average price of gym equipment is about $1,000. You know, you've got treadmills that'll be $4,000, dumbbells that are $50. And then graffiti removal and vandalism repair costs them on average about $100 a month. So those are some of the things that you guys probably see in the day-to-day, but it's what I wanted to touch on. Let's talk about the express concerns that you guys shared with me. You guys have 24-hour access to the gym, which you're concerned about. There's not always staff here. You don't always have somebody in the office, and you have access to your gym all the time, and you guys want to keep an eye on it. Crime and vandalism is obviously a problem. Gates, graffiti, people taking things from your clubhouse and your common areas. Those being open 8 to 10, but your office being open 9 to 6 is obviously an area of concern. Late night swim sessions. You guys talked about people jumping the gate and coming in, taking swims, and kind of messing with the pool. Yeah, one of the wild parties that got out of hand probably. Damage to the entry gate. I know that's a big one. Obviously, in the last slide we saw $1,200 on average just to replace the gate. So that can be a big expense. And growing business. That's an express concern. You guys are opening a new location coming up pretty soon, and you guys want to know how to keep an eye on it. That sound about right? Those are things we touched on? Okay. So let's talk about the product specifics and the benefits. So smart office specifications are business class features like motion insight, help you understand better of your gym usage, who's coming in, when the heavy times are, or if there's times where it's just too crowded and you don't have enough equipment in there. We have automatic cloud storage, 1 gig vault, and permanent storage that lets you access footage from anywhere, anytime. You can even save, store footage and export it to law enforcement if you need that to happen. 1080p high definition and night vision cameras, they come standard with every system. This allows you to identify trespassers or even tenants from a further range and at night. Professional install. You'll get a professional that'll come out with you. I'll of course be on hand. We have a professional that places the cameras and decides where it's going to be put, and then professionals that are going to run the cameras. It's a nice clean install and it keeps the overall aesthetic look of your property. And then instant mobile or portal access. This is the ability to view multiple locations from one sign-in. So any and all of your properties can be logged in from here once you have that system. So I want to do a smart office overview so you guys can kind of take a look and see the benefits and features in real life.
What makes cloud-based video monitoring the smart way to stay connected to your business 24/7? When your video is stored in the cloud, you know it's safe and secure, even if something happens to your equipment. And you can access it from anywhere, mobile, tablet, or desktop, and view all of your locations all on one screen. Plus, Comcast Business Smart Office video monitoring comes with advanced features like digital pan, tilt, and zoom that happen in the cloud, not at your camera. And because Comcast Business Smart Office is in the cloud, it updates automatically, so you don't have to spend money on new hardware to get the latest features, like motion detection that lets you know your business is running smoothly, and motion analytics to help you better understand the rhythm of your business so that you can work smarter too. Comcast Business Smart Office Video Monitoring, the smart way to stay connected to your business.
Pretty neat, right? There's some great features, and it's kind of endless what you can do with it and how you can look it over. So now I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to test drive and take a look at the portal. We've got a link in here, and we'll be able to pull it up, and you can take a look and see what it actually looks like in real life. So here we go. So this is the home of the Smart Office portal. If you pull it up online, we can see this is actually a location of ours. It's in Manchester, back east, one of our tech offices. So we can take a look at that motion activity summary, and we can see motion for each individual room, mail room, parking lot. But we can switch over here to the view, and this is where we can actually look through and choose and select what we want to look at. So we've got a parking lot view, and then we can also pull up the tool room, so we kind of give you guys an idea of what it's going to look like. This is obviously day. They're 2 hours ahead of us, so it's almost 2:30 out there, middle of the day. You can see somebody coming back in, hopefully from a job. And then here's a live view of their tool room, which is dark. Gives you another look at what the night vision looks like. And from here, you can actually select times. You can go back. We can see flagged events where they've caught motion, and it helps you easily identify anything you need to go look back upon. What's really nice about this is you have a mobile view as well. Here, I'd love to show you guys here. Take a look. So whether you're on your desktop or whether you're on your mobile device, iPad, phone, Android, or iOS, it doesn't matter. You have access to this app, and you can pull it up any location from wherever you're at, and it really makes it a lot easier. Any questions on this? You guys have any concerns or thoughts?
Cool.
Pretty neat, right? All right. So wrap up and final thoughts. What we'll do is I do want to touch on a couple of things, see if you guys have any questions, go over a little bit of budget information, and see how I can address any of that. Any questions, concerns?
I don't think so.
Okay. So the numbers that we talked about earlier, right? Gate repairs, having to replace a gate, fitness equipment missing. If these cameras help, if anything, they're going to help deter crime in your area, and I think that's a big thing. It's obviously not going to stop it. One thing that I was always told when I was young is all a lock does is keep an honest person out, but it's going to help fight that. So if we can cut your gate repair in half, hopefully, paying $125 3 times a month, that's about $375, and 12 times a year, we're looking at about $22.50 is what you guys are spending for that. One new gate that you shouldn't hopefully have to replace, $1,200. Fitness, let's say they take one treadmill, without cameras, it's $1,000. And then graffiti and vandalism. If we can cut back on half of that and save you $600 a year, we're looking at an overall cost or savings, of $38.62 a year. And I think that makes it pretty easy for you guys. I've actually got the contracts all drawn up. You guys already have all of our other services. All we would have to do is add the cameras. And when we come out and do the site visit, we can walk through and see where you think is going to be the best place to do it. But I'd love to get you guys signed up today. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right. Go ahead and sign right here, and we'll start working on your installation. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Theo.
Thank you.